now in this video we are going to discuss about 12th standard computer science chapter 6 control structures. So in the previous video we discussed about what are the different types of alternative statements used in Python programming language. Can you able to remember what are the different types of alternative statements used in Python programming language? There are three different kinds of alternative statements, that is simple if statement, if else statement, if elif statements. Okay, now in this video we are going to discuss about iteration or looping statements or looping constructors. Okay, so what is mean by iteration or looping statement? If you want to repeat some set of statements more than one time, then we can use a iteration or loop statements. Okay, if you want to repeat the same set of statements for multiple times, then we use a iteration statement or loop statements. Okay, now you can see the definition about iteration or loop statements. Iterations or loop are used in situation when the user need to execute a block of code several of times of till the condition is satisfied. So it can be repeated till the condition is satisfied. You have to specify the condition when you have to stop. Okay, so when 10 times after 10 times you stop the execution, or after 100 times, so you have to specify the condition where you have to stop the repetition. Okay, a loop statement allows to execute a statement or group of statements multiple times. Okay, for this loop statements we can able to execute more than one time, so that is multiple times. Okay, Python provides two types of looping constructor. One is while loop, another one is for loop. Okay, how many iterative statements are used in Python programming language? There are two different kinds of iterative statements are used in Python programming language. One is while loop and another one is for loop. Okay, now you can see the definition about while loop. While loop is known as an entry check loop. What is the meaning of entry check loop? How you can say entry check loop? At the starting process of loop statement, we are checking the condition, means then that loop statement is known as a entry check loop. At the beginning of the statement, if you are going to check the condition, when the condition is true, the body of the loop can be executed, otherwise the body of the loop is skipped. Okay, so at the starting time itself we are checking the condition, so we call it as a entry check loop. Okay, so while loop is an entry check loop. In this loop, the condition is any valid Boolean expression. So we know already the condition statements is made by using the relational operators. Okay, so what are the relational operators are used in Python programming language? Less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, equal to, and not equal to. Okay, so these are all the relational operator. When you want to make a condition, you can use relational operators. What it returns? The relational operator returns the Boolean values, that is either true or false. Okay, so if you want to combine or join more than one condition, then we can also use a logical operator. Okay, what are the logical operators are there? And or not. There are three logical operators are used in Python programming language. Okay, so the condition can be formed by using the relational operators, and it returns the Boolean values, that is either true or false. The else part of while is optional part. So here in this while loop we can also use a else part. This else part is optional one. If you want to use, you can include, otherwise you can omit this else part. The statement's black one is kept executed till the condition is true. So see the syntax. If the condition is true, the statement black one is executed. Otherwise the statement black 2 will be executed. Okay, so see the syntax of while loop. While condition, it first check the condition. Okay, see this syntax, you know already what is meant by syntax. Syntax means set of rules, that is how to write a program code, that is known as a syntax. Okay, now you can see the syntax for while loop. While is the keyword. After writing the while keyword, you just specify the condition. Okay, that is test condition. For this test condition, we can use a relational operator. If for for example A greater than 10 or B greater than 100, like that we can use a relational operator to make a condition. So when this condition is true, statements block 1 will be executed repeatedly until the condition is false. So when this condition is false, the control automatically goes to the else block and execute the statements block 2. Okay, so this description only given in fourth and fifth point. Okay, so see this, the statements block 1 is kept executed till the condition is true. Okay, so until the condition is false, the statement block 1 is executed. If the else part is written, it is executed when the condition is tested false. Okay, so when the else block is executed, when the condition is false, automatically the control transfer to the else block. Okay, now you can see the flow chart for while loop. We already know what is meant by flow chart is a flow of computation is represented by the pictorial form. Okay, a pictorial representation of the computation path is known as a flow chart. Okay, now you can see the flow chart for while loop. The control enter into the loop. It first check the condition. Okay, it first check the condition. If the condition is true, the control enter into the loop. It first check the condition. Okay, so now you can see the control enter to the loop. It first check the condition. This condition is true. When this condition is true, then it execute the conditional code, that is body of the code can be executed, that can be repeated. Okay, again the control transfer to this condition and check the condition whether this condition is true. Again this set of body of the code can be executed. This process can be repeated until the condition is false. Once the condition is false, the control transfer to the last, that is exit or else block. Okay, is it clear? When the condition is true, the conditional code can be repeated. Okay, so once the condition is false, it exit from the loop statement. Okay, now you can see the example for loop, while loop. Okay, example for while loop statements. So in this example, we are going to illustrate the use of while loop to print all numbers from 10 to 15. Now we are going to print a number from 10 to 15. Okay, for that we just initialize the value I equal to 10. So this is the initial value, that is starting value, where you can start. We start from 10 up to 15. You have to print the numbers, that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we just initialize the value I equal to 10. See this right side, hash symbol is given. No, why we are using this hash symbol? Hash symbol is used to specify the command line. Command line is used to announcement, give the announcement to the user. For what purpose we are using this statement? Okay, so this command lines cannot be executed. I equal to 10. For what purpose we are writing this statement? The description only given in this command line. Okay, so this statement is going to initialization part of the control variable. You are initializing the value to the variable I, that is I equal to 10. And then see the next statement, while I less than or equal to 15. Okay, so the test condition is I less than or equal to 15. After writing the condition, you must put colon. Okay, so colon is used to show the continuity of this loop statement. Okay, so we see that next line, print I comma end equal to slash t. Okay, so this print and next increment statement, it comes under the while loop statement. For that we just indent the position of this print and I. Okay, so see this statement print and I, it can be indented. We already know what is meant by indentation. Indentation means we are leaving some white space before writing the statement, that is known as a indentation. So your main program can start with 0 indentation. After the main program, if you want to show the set of statements, that is statement block. In C++, we are using the curly braces to mention the statement block, that is where it can be start and where it can be end. Okay, but in But in Python program, instead of using the curly braces, they are using only the indentation. Okay, so it shows that two statements is inside of the while loop, print and increment I equal to I plus 1. This two statement is inside of the while loop. For that we just indent this two statements. Okay, one tab space is given. In one tab space is equal to 4 white spaces. Okay, so see this, while I less than or equal to 15, we are checking the condition. If the condition is true, then it goes to the next line, print I comma end equal to slash t. So the print statement is used to show the output on the screen. Okay, so print is a function is used to display the content on the monitor. So print I is a variable name. Okay, what is the value stored in I? The value 10 will be stored in I. So 10 comma end equal to slash t. End is one of the parameter of print statement. This end parameter is used to give the space. Slash t is used to specify the tab space. So you can see the output after 10, one tab space is there, and then 11 and then 12 will be displayed. Okay, for leaving this space only we are using the slash t. Okay, after printing the value 10, and then you increment the value of control variable I. For that we are using the statement I equal to I plus 1. So updation of the control variable, that is we are going to increment the value of I by 1. Now the value of I is 11. Again it will check. Again the control goes to the, where it can be go, it goes to the while loop. Okay, and then it check the value 11 less than or equal to 15. Again the condition true, so it print the value. Okay, like this process can be repeated until the value of I is 15, until the value of I is 16. Once the value of I is 16, then it exits from the loop and shows all the output like this. Okay, so what is the output you can get? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you are not giving the parameter end equal to slash t, then it can be printed next number, that is 10, 11, 12, 13. There is no empty space between these numbers. Okay, so if you want to leave a empty space between these numbers, then we can use a slash t. Slash t is used to specify the tab space. Okay, so now you can see the example. Okay, now you can see the example for while loop. So see this one. So say this, that is the execution table of the while loop. Previous example execution table. In this example I will give only I less than or equal to 14. Instead of using 15, here I will write I less than or equal to 14. Okay, so first the initial value of I is equal to 10. Test condition, what is the test condition? I less than or equal to 4. So what is the value for 14? What is the value for I? The value of I is 10. So 10 less than or equal to 14 is equal to, when the condition is true or false, the condition is true. So if this condition is true means it goes to the next statement. What is the next statement to be executed? Print I comma end equal to slash t. So it shows the output at 10, and then it increment the value I equal to I plus 1. So what is the value for I? The value of I is 10. So 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. Now you can see the next statement. That is value of I is 11. So I equal to 11. Again it check the condition I less than or equal to 14. We substitute the value for I for 11 less than or equal to 14. Again the condition is true. So it goes to the next statement, print I comma end equal to slash t. Now you can get the output 11, and it goes to the next statement I equal to I plus 1. Now the value of I is incremented by 1. So I equal to 11 plus 1 is equal to 12. Again it check the condition 12 less than or equal to 14. This condition is also true. Then it goes to the next statement, print I comma end equal to slash t. So now you get the output at 12 and increment the value of I by 1 by using the increment statement I equal to I plus 1. So 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. Now the value of I is 13. Okay, I equal to 13. And check the condition 13 less than or equal to 14. So the condition is true. So when the condition is true, it goes to the next statement, print I comma end equal to slash t. and then it shows the output 13. Okay, and then it increment the value of I by 1, that is I equal to I plus 1. So I equal to 13 plus 1 is equal to 14. Again it check the condition, 14 less than or equal to 14. The condition is true, so it print the value I and then end equal to slash t, that is slash t is used to leave a tab space between the numbers. Okay, it shows the output 14 and then it increment the value I by 1. So I equal to I plus 1. Now the value of I is 15. Again it check the condition, 15 less than or equal to 14. The condition is false. So once the condition is false, it exit from the while loop. Now you can able to understand more. So this tabular column is used to show the trace out of the while loop. How this while loop is manually work. Okay, so this is a trace out of this while loop program code. Okay, is it clear? Now you can understand how the while loop can be executed. Yes. Okay, now we move for the next example for while loop with else part. So in this example we are using both while loop, that is true block, as well as the else block. Okay, now you can see this I equal to 10. We initialize the value of I equal to 10. Okay, and then we check the condition while I less than or equal to 15 and then colon. Okay, so in while syntax, how you can write, what is the while syntax? While test condition colon and then body of the while loop. Okay, statement block 1 else statement block 2. So now you can see while I less than or equal to 15 colon print I comma end equal to slash t. So last example only here given, but we include the else part also. Okay, so print I comma end equal to slash t, I equal to I plus 1. So when this condition is false, it goes to the else block, else colon print value of I when the loop exit. So at last when the loop is exit, we just print the value of I. So at what time it can exit? It it exit the loop at the value of I is 16. Okay, now you can see the output. The value of I will be printed 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, when the value of I is reached is 16, 16 less than or equal to 15. The condition is false. Okay, so when we reach the value of I is 16, it check the condition 16 less than or equal to 15. The condition is false. Once the condition is false, it automatically the control transfer to the else block. In else block, what is the statement is given? It shows only one message, that is value of I when the loop exit, and then you print the value for I. Okay, by using the variable name. So you can see the output value of I when the loop exits 16. Here in this print statement slash n is given. This slash n is used to move the cursor to the next line. Okay, so instead of printing the value of I when the loop exit 16 in the same line, so after 15, if you are not giving slash n means after 15 the message is also displayed. So in this program we are including slash n. No, slash n is used to move the cursor onto the next line. So the next line it show the message value of I when the loop exits 16. Okay, now you can understand more how the while loop can be written in Python programming language and why we need a loop statement. Why we need a loop statement? Loop statements are used to repeat some set of statements again and again. Okay, so in this example, which statements are repeated more than one times? Print and increment statement, that is I equal to I plus 1. Okay, so depending on the condition, what is the condition? I less than or equal to 15. So in this example, how many times the loop will be executed? The loop statements can be repeated 6 times. Okay, so depending upon the condition, you can able to repeat some set of statements again and again. Okay, that's all about this while loop statement. In the next video class, we discuss about for loop statement. Okay, students, thank you.